Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Off the Top podcast, the most unprofessional professional podcast in the YouTube space, hosted by yours truly, Zero Requiem 14, episode 47. Okay, so we may as well address the elephant in the room. We did decide to go back to Discord. It was an executive
Back, baby.
decision, and I will admit, even though I'm still not a fan of the whole government ID thing, it is currently like the best service until another service actually improves. Because root was an option, it's still needed more though. So we're gonna be on Discord. I will just say begrudgingly, to say the least. But
Well, it seems to be that's where the state of that whole kind of verification process is headed towards. Um, at least until plastic surgeons get good enough to make you look identical to another person, which
well,
it's getting there.
yeah. Yeah. The
But
other
yeah,
option is what I see people do is they go on like Death Stranding 2 and they use Norman Reedus's face for age verification. So maybe if I go
that's
if I boot up Resident Evil Requiem, maybe I can put Leon's face. And I think that should
that's
work.
crazy. That's crazy. I
Whatever.
can't even fathom that. That's insane.
But
Oh man.
yep, we're back on Discord, so and it's probably like right now, like it's kind of like the best way to connect to other people, especially because it's integrated into like a lot of services, so it does make sense. But we are here, we are back. I am with Trevor again. Hello.
What's up, dog?
And a returning Kevin. He's been MIA for I think like 2 episodes, maybe?
2 weeks.
About 2 weeks, yeah. Yeah, 2 weeks he's been missing. But we are here. Three of us. Nothing can go wrong, man. Well, I say that, but everything can go wrong. Yeah. But another week has gone by. A lot of really crazy things happening, man. Like, it's definitely a little bit of a scary week. At least in terms of the big companies. But
yeah.
Before
we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we'll get into it. But before we can start on those topics, let's ask the question that I always ask. What has everyone been doing since the last podcast?
Well, I've been still hard at work with the show coming up, and that actually we open in 2 weeks. We open in 2 weeks, guys. It's going so well. We are getting the show up on its feet. We're having such a blast putting it up, and we're gonna go into crunch time this whole week, and then it's gonna get tech, and then we're gonna get open. We're gonna run for a month.
Mm-hmm.
So
there you go.
That's Reefer Madness at the Wisteria Theater. Honestly, it is a fun like group of people that I'm performing with. They're all industry professionals, like I said. And one of them just had a birthday party at this place called Idle Hour, and it's a bar in Burbank that's shaped like a barrel, and it's nice. It's themed. They had some good stuff, and just the camaraderie that I felt just from these people I was just being in a show with. Like they're all like me, the genuine artists, genuine people who want to make connections and live in the moment, but also cherish the friendships that they make along the way. It's really cool. So I went there with my lady, and we've been having fun. We've been going on some dates and seeing some shows, and that's been going very well. Um, and Josh and I'm gonna speak for him because he's not here. He was busy today. I've been back at work on some of the album. Also, we were invited by other friends of ours and musicians to jam with the intent of like trying to find a specific sound that we could all get behind. And if we do, then that becomes that, and I become part of a band, and that is in that sense. So that would be pretty cool too. So there's things that are moving right now that are pretty nebulous and like not tied down, but they're in the works, and it's still coming to fruition. There's always stuff that's gonna come up and arise like that. So that's what's been going on in life. For gaming, I've been playing more Ghost of Tsushima. I got to play. I actually broke the like Act 1 barrier, which is basically I did the whole bottom half of the map, and now I'm ready to move up. Um, so and then I also started Spider-Man 2 for another playthrough just because I was playing Miles Morales. Then Josh was like, "Hey, I haven't actually played it, and this kind of reminds me of the old like tie-in games." And I'm like, "Well, yes, sir. That's what they're based off of. Uh,
Yeah.
that's what the like, gameplay wise and mechanic wise, that's what it's based off of.
Yep.
So it's like, all
Exactly.
right, let me download this for you." And I downloaded the remaster from the premium, and he hasn't played it. He watched me play it, but he kept asking questions, and that's how I know he's interested. So I'm like, all right, hey, he's finding his modern gamer niche at right now.
There you
So
go.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let him dictate the flow of this, but I'll just introduce him to more stuff that has been top tier over the past couple of years. So,
Yeah.
um, hopefully he is playing it on his off time. We'll have to see. But we've been playing some of that, and I'm gonna out you right now. And even just as of like
Literally,
15 minutes ago,
literally 15 minutes ago.
yeah, we were playing Skate, and uh,
I'm pissed because
not to get too much into this because
all
we've
I'm gonna
talked
say is
about it.
I'm pissed that I'm like slightly enjoying it again, but it's like I have to
Yeah,
constantly remind myself this game is like still in the state that it's in. And Trev was gonna
yeah.
take me to the tutorial island, and then they're like, "No, give me money."
Well, right. Well, for everyone involved, like I didn't realize that if it doesn't work if one person has the pass, has early access, and no one else does, because they want everyone to have that pass. They
Yeah,
want everyone to give them their money so that they can have access. It's so stupid. It is so stupid.
yeah, that's.
I was hoping to like jailbreak it a little and be like, hey, come in the back door. I got you.
Of course, EA
But
would do some
it,
bullshit like that.
I don't know, dude. Yeah, and that's unfortunate because mechanically it's still skate. It's still fun. It's still, kind of fun to do the challenges. It just has no soul. That's that's it, like
That's the very issue I've always had with this game. It's like it's got bones. It has no meat though.
right,
So
right.
that's
Bare
just
bones is what I would
is
call
the
it.
best way to describe it.
But honestly, we might go back to Goat Simulator 3 for like if we just want a passive
Just
chill time and just
randomly just want to
gag
play it
funny.
type shit.
Yeah, I might we might make the pivot to that because I saw it downloaded. So, anyways, that's what I've been up to. Um, it's just been more work and getting ready for the show. So yeah.
And of course our returning guest, Kevin. Um anything what have you done since the last pod?
That's basically it.
Okay.
Nice.
Nah, I just been working, going out more with my kids, just spending time with them. Honestly, I haven't been doing much. It's just work, sleep, and hanging out with my kids.
There you go.
Good.
It's more important stuff than me.
That's a blessing right there. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Honestly, I
Yep.
haven't had time for shit, and since I'm barely going back to work, I haven't had money to spend.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No,
"Ooh."
that's fair too.
Yeah, plus especially with next month already like staring at me like with evil intentions, like game-wise at least cuz fuck,
Well,
man.
yeah, kid, you're gonna be
Yeah, I'm probably
baroque.
Yeah, well, I have to make decisions on it because like I know there's one game I want to play which is Pragmata, but then like it's just so fucked up that Mouse PI is the same week, but I'm like a part of me is like low key kind of like debating if I want to play it on Steam or if I just want to play it on my Switch. which we'll get into that.
Or
Well,
mouse
you gotta
PI?
remember it's first person.
What happened?
Huh? What?
So
Mouse PI is on Switch?
yeah, it's coming to Switch, and it's gonna have the full game too. It's not gonna be like a game keycard situation. So I was like, oh fuck,
Goddamn.
okay. But we'll get into that later in the episode. But as far as like what I've been doing, other than just playing my usual games, Trevor already said it. I played Skate, been playing Ball Pit a lot more, and it's another one of those. It's just a random game, and I was like, I just play it just because if I just want to kill time, and then all of a sudden, I get sucked into the rabbit hole of like, maybe I should keep doing this. It is a fun game though. It's very fun. Like I will admit that. But other things that I've done, if anybody watched the most recent stream Friday night, I actually did get this guy right here. This is the Victrix Pro BFG Reloaded. The reason it's called Reloaded is because Hall Effect triggers and Hall Effect sticks specifically. And I mean, so far off my initial impressions, I do like it. The only thing I will say is like my current issue is that these sticks are fucking small. Like the actual like the thumb caps on it are fucking tiny.
Oh,
So I did buy
Really?
like some thumbstick caps off Amazon for like it's like it was like a buy one get the other like 5% off, some shit like that. So I'm gonna see if hopefully those work out for me, because I don't want to buy Control Freaks just because durability wise they're almost non-existent. But I will
Right.
say though, when I did play with this little guy as well on the Victrix, this little fight pad thing, and it's not
Yeah.
bad. I could see myself, if I didn't want to play on stick, I definitely would see myself using this. I just had to get comfortable with it because I do tend to kind of fat finger a couple times. So
Oh, really?
yeah, and it's just kind of like my finger just like slips down a little bit, or it's because like again, it's just like it is like they're smaller buttons, and I'm trying to play that shit like as if I'm playing on stick, like claw like
Well, yeah,
this.
that's my problem. Right, yeah.
So
Comparatively, the Switch 2 has bigger
oh yeah, the Switch
like
the Switch buttons are like a lot bigger. Actually,
good. Well, good.
but I would definitely say it's not bad if anybody does want to buy that controller. I actually legit like it more than the DualSense. Just if the only thing is that I wish I had the size of DualSense sticks. Other than that, it would have been like I would say in my opinion, it would be like a much better controller. Especially because it's got the Hall effect aspect to it too. And you can play that on PS4 and PC. So anybody still playing on their PS4, hey, it's there for you.
Damn.
Which there's probably going to be still a lot of people playing on their PS4s right now, especially with one of our topics.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But aside from that, I mean, I've kind of been like mostly just kind of speculating on like what do I want to do next for the channel, because I actually haven't done a playthrough in like a long time, and I'm like, kind of spouted some ideas to everybody just to see if they'd be down with it, but we would have to like plan that out if I even want to do something like that, because hint hint, it's a game that's coming out in May, and it's sort of like a in preparation type of thing for it. So we'll just leave it at that. But with all of that out of the way, let's bring down the mood, because saddest thing that happened.
Womp.
Yeah.
Oh right.
All right. Hit us off with it, Trev. I don't know if you have. Yep. That is the best way to describe it. That's a comedic way to describe it, but it's still fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. But this is not funny. No. That's just the only thing that I had that's remotely sad sounding.
Yeah. So the saddest. So literally, like, I kid you not. It's like this is like why I need to have like a after the pod segment nowadays. Because Epic Games just said, "Fuck it, we're releasing 1,000 employees because we're overspending." There's like and low engagement last year with Fortnite, which I mean, I'm gonna be real. That's kind of like where I'm like, okay, now the quality's starting to fall off a bit. Like, I will say, like, it was playable, but I wouldn't call it good. The chapter was just fine. And so, because of that, they laid off 1,000 employees. And here's the crazy thing. As far as, like, just some of the key individuals who were let go from Epic, they fired the creator of Jonesy, John Fortnite. They fired him, and they let go of the guy who kept the game together, who was part of debugging the game and like holding like all the live events and shit like that. So
Mm. Oh hell no.
sorry, I just fucking text. I was like, who the fuck? Anyways, no, it's a different group chat. But anyways,
I was gonna
so
say, I didn't get one.
so with Epic, just having all that happen, and it's just like, dude, this is terrible. Like, I don't get like how. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I'm shutting off notifications on it. It's like bugging me. Yes. We leaving that in. So as a result of all of this happening with the Epic releases, they also did come out with a statement that they will be shutting down the following 3 modes: Rocket Racing, Ballistic, and Festival Battle Stage, which Battle Stage I understand because I'm gonna be honest, I forgot that it was a thing. And then Rocket Racing is just sad because like that's actually a fun mode. Even Ballistic is, all right. But it sucks, man. But yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't know why Epic just doing this shit is so fucking bad.
Yeah, man.
I think, and at this point, like, and guess what? They're gonna still be making more collabs. That's gonna be their only way of making fucking money. Terrible.
That is just terrible.
Yep. And yeah, just hearing Tim Sweeney just kind of like really try to damage control this, and it's like, well, that's gonna go as well as I'd expect. Which, yeah, it's all of it looked bad. And what's crazy too is that there was actually an interview that he did like months back, like 10 months back or something like that, saying that they were sitting on like billions of dollars that they could kind of just do whatever they want. Then this happens.
Well, I guess they were wrong.
Wonk, wonk, wonk.
Yeah, quite literally.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. Wait. Now.
Exactly. So, because of that, it now just sort of just leaves the question, like, I'm gonna pose it to like everybody like later. Like, now the live service bubble is starting to pop. I mean, we're now seeing like a Titan like Fortnite falling like this, and like I'm gonna be honest, like ever since like that news came out, like I feel like it's kind of hard to talk about Fortnite without acknowledging that news in general. As it's just people's livelihoods just being taken away. And the fact that, a successful game like Fortnite, now this is happening. It just kind of worries me about the industry right now.
Yeah.
And, we can go on and on about it, but, live service is, like, Fortnite has done so much damage in more ways than one to just, like, the entire industry, because it's a live service game that got way too successful, and all that success really went into their heads. And and now the success is just, I mean, I'm pretty sure it was starting to fade. Like, I'd even go as far as like 2 years ago, it probably was starting to fade, like, more and more. Like, yeah, with Fortnite in general. Because what was it like? Even like during like the only times like I would argue the game probably had like the highest success rate in the last like few years was when they did the first OG season, because it brought everyone back in. They were doing pretty solid updates too. But then after that, I think it just went downhill from that point on. I don't. Kev, are you saying something? Because I see the thing blinking, but I don't know if you were saying anything.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay, that's weird. But I don't know. That's just how I'm feeling about this whole Fortnite situation. Do you guys have any thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, similar, dude. I mean, this shit is kind of inexcusable if since they're the ones who put them in that position anyways. It's not their own people's fault, but they're the ones that have to suffer. So it's just it's a sad fucking move. And now they're in this predicament due to negligence higher up. I mean, it's a tale as old as time, sir. What can we say that already hasn't been said about something that tries to be bigger than what? Well, it's good to be ambitious. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like it's important to be frugal, and it's important to hedge your bets. It's important. Don't fucking act like you can spend billions and billions and billions with no repercussions, because that kind of shit doesn't come up in one full go. You have to have experience to know how something is. You have to let a game sit and cook, especially if it's live service, because you're always reliant on the numbers per, month or per, year of engagement. And
Yeah.
so like if they don't have that, if that starts to dip, and it feels like then it's very reactionary, and they're just throwing shit at the wall, or the shit that they've planned for is a mixed bag of, yeah, that works, yeah, that doesn't work, yeah, that works, and none of it is really quality tested that much. If in order to get to the place of this, if they're overspending so much that they had to lay off 1,000 people, that means that what they were overspending on wasn't worth what they were trying to spend on. Like they thought it was going to be bigger and blow up even more. My guess. And it blew up in their faces, and now to save face as a company, they got to lay off that 1,000 people. Like that's usually how that works. And it's a very cold and calculated, way of looking at your employees, especially when the majority of them are why you have your fucking shit to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's, you know what I mean? Like we always hate to see poor leadership. We always hate to see poor management in the higher seats, because it has a trickle down effect that is catastrophic,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if there's been any other firings higher up specifically. Maybe
I
they
haven't
decided to clean
heard
house.
anything.
Yeah,
It's like,
this could also be one desperate attempt to clean house for all the people who haven't been performing well enough, or it could be just completely negligence. And I think it's in the latter camp, but we don't know 100%.
I agree. I think it is just flat out negligence, especially because hearing the names or hearing some of the individuals that did get let go, it really just showed. I was like, oh, they just went not just clean house, they went nuclear, scorch earth, like
Yeah.
so. And I think it's gonna show now, like going forward with like just Fortnite, like the only thing that Fortnite is gonna rely on is mostly collaborations. Because I think now seeing like Fortnite's hand like just being shown like that, they're not really like doing any like really good original stuff. Because nowadays, like, let's put it this way: if skins is supposed to be the content, that's kind of an issue. Skins is not content; it's a cosmetic. I know they started with CO, but they're not the same thing. So, and
it's insulting when companies treat it like it is.
yeah, I mean, let's put it this. I mean, we could even bring up fucking Call of Duty for example, but they fast tracked themselves into it. So
yeah,
and just seeing like the fact that the only reason that people want to go on Fortnite now is literally it's just collaboration. That's it. Like I said, I did tell Josh, I remember, Or like I looked at some of our old podcasts and he predicted this shit, and this was like 2 years ago, maybe 3, where he said that like Fortnite is just a game where your franchise has an existential crisis. And it shows, man. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like, what is our most recent collab? Fucking Hercules.
Yeah, well, right.
So it's
So Jason Voorhees, Hercules, the devil thing,
fake Labubu.
like that's been a joke. That's been a joke forever. Like this used to be a meme, and now you can do this in Fortnite.
And now
It
like
is.
it's becoming the meme.
That's exactly what it is. It just became the meme. It beat the memes by becoming the memes.
And I think the other thing that I kind of noticed too was there was also the creator maps as well. Like that's kind of like the big thing too, because Fortnite's no longer becoming just a BR anymore. You know, I'll give it this: it's ambitious that they did do something to kind of spread their wings, but I think because of the fact that they spread their wings too much, it now lend itself to a different problem. Because now we just have these custom maps that are, let's be honest, poorly made custom maps that are that's bringing in so much revenue for those creators. It's just like, why would we even invest in our own like actual game mode that we were established with when we could just get, we got a cash cow in just these creator tycoon maps?
Yeah.
Like,
Or these roguelike maps, or these one-on-one deathmatch maps, or like they
yeah,
have variety, but they're limited in what they can. It's surprisingly limited. Like there's a lot that they could do now, especially with all the assets available, but like it's still in the same engine. It's still the same collision. It's still the same game, just with a new objective and a
yeah.
new
They
new
they
shot.
just they just wanted to be the next Roblox, and I hate that they're trying to do that, and that it just annoys me, especially because of the fact that it's fucking like we don't care about Roblox. Roblox stays Roblox. We understand that that makes a lot of money because there's a lot of creators on it. We don't want that in Fortnite. Fortnite at the end of the day was supposed to be a BR, and then they can have some LTMs, or if they want to have different modes, let them have those different modes. Don't rely on these creator maps to be your cash cow, because guess what's going to happen to every cash cow? It's going to be sucked up dry, and the revenue is not going to show. And it just shows every time. Like, it's every time I look at the custom maps, I hate it. Like, every time I just see a thumbnail, like, this pisses me off so much.
Yeah.
And I mean, I kind of love like a little other note too, like, to call Epic on their spending, like them saying like, "Oh, we spent too much money." Why the fuck do you have Dwayne the Rock Johnson in the cinematics? He's the highest paid actor in general. So like, why are you fucking bringing him in? Like, I think I see where your money problem is coming from. You spend so much money on celebrity power, shitty creative maps, and what happened? Now we're losing 3 modes. We're losing 3 modes. We have 1,000 people now out of a job. It's like, how long, man? How long is it gonna take for Tim Sweeney to fucking realize, hey, dumbass, stop overspending? And there's another thing that I found out too that I forgot to put in my notes, but apparently, because remember how Apple and Epic were kind of going band for band, with lawsuits and shit.
Yeah.
So Tim Sweeney basically just said, I did it just so I could do it. This man was just burning money just because he said he can.
Ugh.
So
yeah, that's the negligence right there.
it's just such disgusting behavior, man. Like, I'm like, this is the CEO of like one of the biggest companies, and you're just being this petty. Like, no wonder people don't fucking like you, especially your Epic Game Store. That shit is awful.
Yeah.
Like, I keep bashing. It's like, it feels like every week I'm bashing the Epic Game Store, but I'm bashing it for perfect reasons. Like,
Yeah.
I'd argue perfect.
No,
So,
you're right. Fuck that shit.
yeah.
I don't
The only
use the Epic Games Store.
Like, the only reason you use the Epic Game Store is so you can get rewards from buying V-Bucks. But even then, like, I don't even want to buy fucking V-Bucks because they got inflated last week. So,
Yeah.
it's just not fun, man. It's a hard time to be a Fortnite creator right now, especially with all this shit happening. And like,
Yeah.
the only, like, let's put it this way: the only people who are really staying with Fortnite nowadays, it's just because they're just basing it on the fact that it's at least a game that you could play with your friends, which I don't blame anybody for. But let's just be real. They're kind of digging themselves their own graves, like, with their core fan base. Like, the
Yeah.
people that made you type of shit. So,
For such a petty reason too.
yeah. All just because you wanted to fucking take on Apple, man. So fucking dumb. But we'll move on. We're going to move on from this topic to another sad topic. And
Oh,
this one's just awful.
yeah.
Man. Like, I feel bad for any. I mean, I know people were already hesitant on the PS5. I just think this just solidified it that no one's buying a PS5. Or at least they're not planning to until, like, later this year with GTA 6. But starting April 2nd, so it's a after April Fool's joke. You can't even say it's an April Fool's joke because this happened after. Pretty much all of the PS5s are going up in price, including the Portal. So we have a breakdown right here. So standard PS5, the one with the disc drive, going from $549 to $649. Digital is going $499 to $599. This one saddens me, but the Pro which is already expensive as it is, at $749, is now going up to $900.
Jesus.
When does
So-
that start again?
April 2nd, so like later this week. So, and then the PlayStation Portal, it just got like a $50 increase, so from $199 to $249. I don't know what to say, man, other than the fact that I'm disappointed in PlayStation. Once again, the greed of Sony just says it all. Like, I understand that it's trying times, with all the component shortage and everything, but you're just kind of like closing the door on a lot of people, because this is no longer like a hobby everyone can get into. Like, I'd argue, like, literally, if anybody ever asked me, like, hey, should I buy a console? I was like, well, realistically, the only console you should really get, because, well, they just don't port anything to anywhere else, is just get a Switch. That's it. Like, if you're getting a console, at least you could take it handheld. But even then, I would just tell people, just buy a PC. Buy a gaming PC. You got a bigger library with Steam, and I mean, their games, PlayStation games eventually do go to PC. I mean, even though they have plans to not port their next set of first parties to PC, I'm like, this shit's gonna bite them in the ass, like, once again. So it's tough, man. Like, just seeing that they're doing all of this just to quote unquote who would get them out of the hole, it's awful. It's hard for me to recommend, like, to anybody to ever, like, buy a console. Like, I mean, obviously, we're lucky that we got our, a PS5 before all these price hikes started to happen. But man, it's hard for me to, like, even say, like, hey, should I buy a console? I just, like, fuck no, you shouldn't. Unless you got that much money, sure. But let's be real, I would still say no. So,
yeah. No.
And, like, what doesn't help too, and the only reason that I say, like, this is going to be, like, a really concerning thing, like, especially with the end of this year, like, the best way to put it, we're having a Nexus event with GTA 6 dropping, and we know everybody's going to be buying a PS5. So, I think this is almost testing who's dumb enough to buy a PS5 right now at the price that they're selling it at. And like they could label it as them future-proofing themselves. But even then, I still would be like, nah. This ain't future-proofing. This is just greed. Like, let's put this is the greed they talk about in the Bible. And I'm not even religious.
Yeah.
Even amidst like all this stuff, there's even rumors that like because PS6 from what it sounds like, it might be coming out next holiday season. And I was like, damn, I was really hoping it was going to be 2030, but at this point, if the PS6 does drop and, you know, it's like close to like a standard PS5 price, at this point, you may as well just wait. And that's assuming it's that is the date. But I'm gonna be real. I don't even know if I want to buy a PS6. It's a hard sell. It's a hard sell for me. I'd rather just keep building up my Steam library at that point, and I'll just upgrade my rig.
Yeah. I mean, that's a more reliable way to go about it. Because no matter what happens, we're always going to be at the mercy of a company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a company with agendas and with fiscal shit they have to bit. So they're going to make decisions that are more business centric by nature, regardless how, gamer forward they end up being or preaching.
Yeah. And it's just so concerning, you know, all these companies, you know, I get it, you know, at the end of the day, a business has to make money. I completely understand that. Don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
But this is definitely like you're definitely leaning more into your shareholders like vision versus like the people. This is why, you know, that's why everybody is you know, faltering to smaller groups or like smaller devs. Like that's just like why AAA market, in my opinion, you know, it's gonna come crashing down. Like if this year already didn't say it, like I don't know what else I gotta tell you. Like the past few years, like AAA marketing has been very sketchy. Like last year, one of the biggest games ever was from like a AA studio. And then the year prior, Baldur's Gate, smaller studio. It beat out a lot of like AAAs, man. So,
God damn.
So I don't know, like, you know, everyone can like say their opinion. You know, don't get me wrong, AAA is still great. Like, you know, when it's good, it's good. But when it comes at the cost of like all of this happening right now, I think the market's going to start crashing down. Like, and with Crimson, you know, I'll even bring up one example: Crimson Desert, which was looking to be like one of the biggest games ever, and once that dropped, it was mixed. They're patching it, thank God. You know, at least they're taking feedback like gracefully. But even then, like when you have a rocky launch like that and people really don't know what to feel, like that should say it all right there. Like I think it's also, but then again, Crimson Desert, in their defense, the way that game was being marketed was sounding like it was going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. So,
right.
And now that, and it kind of shows on like maybe everyone just needs to temper expectations. You know, we can't always think that we're going to be having the next big game out the gate. We got to like really think about everything. And that's just how I look at it.
But that's the way to look at it.
Mm-hmm. So anybody who's trying to get a PS5, I mean, all I can say is get it now before, you know, it goes up. Like I think the price is probably going to go up. When is the second? Like Thursday or something like that?
Thursday,
I believe so.
Wednesday's the first.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys got until Thursday. So like by the time this podcast is uploaded, it's only one more day. So I just wish everybody luck trying to get it. Otherwise, I hope you guys start getting into PC gaming at that point. But that's just it's unfortunate. I guess we could probably talk about this. Thank God you're here, Kev, because I think you shared this rumor with me that supposedly Xbox and Netflix, they're looking to have some sort of partnership, and it kind of in a way could help make Game Pass cheaper, supposedly.
I think is either cheaper or
Or it's like a bundle
Get-
deal or something.
yeah.
Yeah, in a way that I guess that makes it cheaper. So and it's a good thing you're here, Trev, because I guess like we can mention it. There's a rumor that Xbox, Netflix, there might be a partnership in the works to make essentially make Game Pass cheaper. And I'm not 100% sure how to feel about it. Especially because, you know, like Game Pass at a certain point is kind of a very volatile like system. Just subscriptions in general.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's put it this way: like there's a reason why I canceled my Game Pass. It's like you're just spending a lot of money to own nothing. Versus like, you know, and Netflix does the same exact thing. Like nowadays, so that's kind of like where my concern is. Is like, I don't know what's worse: the fact that you're gonna have no ownership of anything that you watch or play, or the fact that you're gonna have an ad in the middle of a game. And I keep seeing the stupidest meme ever of someone being like, I'm playing like a Souls game. I just died, and then all I hear is Whopper, Whopper, Whopper. Oh,
Whopper, Whopper, Whopper,
Whopper.
Whopper. You just died, you fucking Whopper.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. That's just kind of like a little concerning to me. Like, I'm just like, why don't you just flat out make it just cheaper? Just make it, it's like, I don't want to hear you guys, oh, we're going to jump through like 20 hoops for this. No, just make it easy. Just make it cheaper. Bring it back down to 20 and maybe I'll get Game Pass again. But even then, good fucking luck. Like, I refuse to pay $30 a month for Game Pass.
Ooh, imagine. Well, not imagine, but if with the Netflix collab, you get Game Pass, plus you also get like Fortnite V-Bucks crew.
Nah.
That's 3-in-1. You gotta think about it.
Yeah, but not everybody plays
like,
Fortnite. And when Fortnite's engagement is at its worst, I hate to
it
break
might
it.
not be the best.
It's not a good move. Dude, already with the changes to Game Pass it was already not even like that good of a reaction to begin with. So now we're just making it worse. Like it works for some people. I'm not saying it doesn't work for anybody, but it's not going to work for a lot. You're getting a very like tiny niche that would buy into it, a system like that. That's just, and I mean, you, like I said, can't talk about Fortnite without talking about the 1,000 employees that just lost their jobs too. So
Yeah.
that's, I don't know. Game Pass has to do a lot to like really want me to get back in. But this Netflix idea, it sounds good on paper, but I'm gonna be real. I'm like, just make it cheaper in general. Don't complicate this. Like, the less complicated, the more likely I'll buy into it. Like, I don't want to have some like fine print type of issue that I got to deal with that I can't get out of. That's just my opinion of it. I guess I can I'll just bring this question up for everybody, because in a way this sort of like this just ties into like everything, you know, whether it's console or even the Steam machine that we talk about, you know, every other podcast. I kind of just wanted to ask like everyone, what is the silver lining when it comes to console pricing for you guys?
It's a one and done. Like yeah, there's people who have installments for stuff like that, but it's not like a subscription to use to have access to. It's hardware. It's something that I can. It's dedicated to one purpose, so it's very user friendly. And I feel like even as pricey as it is actually currently, a gaming PC would be like if you're going to make this your new hobby, absolutely get a gaming PC because it'll be easier in the long run. But if this is going to be something that you put on every once in a while and to have for entertainment, I would say the Switch would be the better option. But like some people go to PlayStation and they grab a PS5 just because they want to play party games with their friends. I don't know who those people are, but but I know they exist.
Yeah.
So like
So, and
we have to. It's not the majority, so I don't understand too much the logic behind it. But I guess the goal is to always expand their market and their influence into different demographics. So that's why we see all those other games that are like third party and people are just like throwing anything at the wall to put on the console, as well as the AAAs, because it's just there's several different ways that people and reasons why people are doing gaming and making games and yeah, money, but also other like kind of ideas. Some are good, some are nefarious, some are whatever, but I feel like if for as a console, as a for the casual gamer, it's still less intimidating, and they'll see it as they're paying for the convenience as well as the console and as the specs and the graphics and everything else like that. And some
yeah.
people will spend a lot for convenience. So
And to kind of add on top of you know, convenience, I mean, that's why I'd say, like, realistically, if you just want a convenient system, just buy a Switch. That's the definition of convenience. You could play it docked, you could take it handheld, versus like a console. You could just boot it up if you want to, but I'd argue, like, if you want value, I mean, the Switch is still a better option in my opinion. I'd argue even like getting a Switch 1 right now is still a good idea. Maybe a couple years down the line you could upgrade to a Switch 2, but at least as far as like this first year of the Switch 2, it's like I wouldn't recommend it unless you really want to play like some Switch 2 exclusives. I mean, go ahead. More power to you. But
right.
even so, it's just in my opinion. Like, I think personally, like for me, like in terms of the silver lining for console prices, it's got to make sense for pricing. Just like what I mentioned with like the PS5, anything above 600 is way too much. Like, if you stay within this 600 range, that's already a good deal in my opinion. Even for a casual, like, like, even if you like, I'll fucking argue with this. Even if you just play your NBA, your Madden, your FIFA, your Call of Duty, you're getting more value when you're spending $600 on that. Versus like if you spend what's it called, like above 600 just to play those games. Like, that just hurts even more.
Yeah. No, right. Exactly.
But that's just my opinion on it. Kevin, what would you say is your silver lining when it comes to like console prices?
Fuck, my silver lining is like fucking for a Switch. I feel like they should have just kept it for fucking like 400.
Y-
I don't know. Like fucking right now, like everything's like so fucking expensive. I think for me, just switching, I think the best choice right now is just switching over to PC.
Yeah. Like, and that's what I would probably like recommend to everybody. Like, if you're just not satisfied with like I'd argue I'm not as satisfied with the PS5 as much as I thought I would be. I just bought, I'll give it this. It is very streamlined, which I'll give, But I feel like that's just any console should be streamlined as it is. Versus like PC, you're sitting on a lot of potential. And in terms of like even like the best service, like as a whole, like, like I'd argue, we bring it up like the Steam machine. Like it's either you wait out the Steam machine and pray the price is like fair, then go for it. But if you want to just go all in on the PC, more power to you. As long as you got dough like that, fuck yeah. I highly recommend. And I mean, I know, and I'm sure you and I, Kev, like, we probably share the same thoughts, like, with a lot of games. Like, I remember randomly, like, when we were playing last night, we just randomly mentioned Mecha Break, or I did. And that's on Steam. I haven't played it in a while, but I was like, oh, it's there.
And it's free.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's just one of many free games that are on Steam that you could play. And as far as like even like Sony titles, like dude, Days Gone, Ratchet and Clank, God of War, Horizon. You got a lot. You still have some first parties, and then there's the emulation scene. That's another thing to consider.
We talking randomizers? We're talking fucking
shit, man. Like
straight
you
up
can
mods.
Yeah, like you could even do mods and shit like that. Like the potential of PC is just so great, man. And I wish all I'm gonna say is, and I say this with all my friends, I hope you guys get a PC or something that can play Steam. And that way we could all play Peak together. Or Lethal Company. Or Super Golf Battle.
I was gonna say this too. Not just that, but half of the time, sometimes games do get canceled, like for like consoles, but they keep on going for PCs. So that's like another option too.
Yeah.
Because I think, what was it, Blue Protocol? Was it?
Yeah, Blue Protocol, I believe. Yeah, that got the console release got canceled, but it is available on Steam.
And on mobile too.
Yeah. So that should just say it all. Like, it's like it's a bit concerning, to see that, PC's getting all the love, man, and rightfully so. Let's just put it this way: it's not undeserving. Like the only time that I say like it sucks to have a PC, and then like it's probably more based on the specs thing. But like when a game doesn't run, but that's just where at that point it's just researching. For us, of course, just generally speaking, we're very into this hobby, so we see PC as highly valuable. And,
Yeah, that's fair.
And then I'd argue you don't have to play mouse and keyboard and look like a gremlin like this the whole time. Sorry to the mouse and keyboard players. But you could just plug in a controller and it just works perfectly. Most of the time, depending on what it is, of course. But that's just for me, like, as far as like the silver lining, I think all of us agree. It's based on price, it's based on value, and what kind of gamer are you? Like, are you a casual gamer or are you somebody who's invested into the hobby?
I think it's also exclusivity, because I remember something that PlayStation and Xbox saying they were both going back to like
we did have this. Yeah, we did have this discussion while you were gone too, Kev, and I'm like, damn, I just realized that. Because like I'm gonna be real, like I understand PlayStation. Let's put it this way: I understand the reasoning for these companies to go back to exclusivity, but it's still not a good idea because you're just telling me that you're cutting off like billions of players on PC, like it just because you didn't like how much money you guys made, like that should just be like that. Just sounds like it's a them problem than us problem, especially when ports are looking rough. Like, let's be real. Don't forget, The Last of Us, when that launched on PC, oh, it was bad. Whew, I kept going on that.
Yeah.
But even so, like, once again, it's like I understand with PlayStation, it does make sense for them if they want to go back because they are trying to sell hardware. But if they're trying to sell hardware, they kind of need to make the hardware reasonably priced, which is not the case.
Right.
And then you have even and then for Xbox, like I think it was me, Trev, and Josh, we were like saying like, yeah, they could try the exclusivity thing again, but it's like they don't have a killer app to warrant going back to exclusivity.
Right.
And that's always going to be the argument. You need a good app to have an exclusive, which I doubt that's going to happen now. Because granted, the one at least we're aware of with Sony, obviously Wolverine is coming out later this year. So, and that's likely going to be PlayStation 5 exclusive. So, that's one, I guess. But even then, like, I don't know. And then Intergalactic, that's probably going to be exclusive as well. But you can't just ride on like 2 games being the reason to sell you on the PS5. Because don't get me wrong, like I am excited to play those games, but I'm not gonna say, oh, you should definitely get a PS5 just for these games. I was like, dude, they're fun, but I don't know if they're console seller.
No, right, exactly.
So
What would be a console seller game that would save?
man, that's really hard. Like, at least for PlayStation, I mean, let's just call it as it is. They need to dig up their old IPs. We say it once, we say it again. Bring Jak and Daxter back. Bring Jak and Daxter, or figure out, or create a very interesting IP that you can get a lot of people to get on. Because right now, their best studio, I'd argue, is Sucker Punch right now with the Ghost series. And just as I mentioned, Sucker Punch, Infamous. Bring Infamous back. Bring like an Infamous like multiplayer game or something. Just an idea.
I was
I don't
thinking
want
about
that.
Sly Cooper.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they're not gonna do Sly Cooper.
Yeah, it's too far gone for them to
want
really get back. We would like it, but they're so knee deep into their other franchises. Like Sly Cooper, it's hard to like make room for that, but it would definitely help.
Yeah.
Like I'd argue, like you want to know what would be a good idea for them is if they make like a smaller budget Sly Cooper game, at a reasonable price. Maybe that'll help them like get some eyes on the franchise again and see if there's like enough to warrant a full-fledged game.
I agree.
I mean, and then shit, I will say though, the only thing that would really make everyone like buy a PS5, like I said, if it's not GTA 6, like in terms of first parties, because if that rumor is true that it's only going to be the single player games, yeah, like honestly, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, Infamous. I would even argue if you could bring back like Killzone or Resistance in some way, but those are likely going to be live service multiplayer games that will be on PC as well. Because Marathon's already doing that.
Right.
But I'm sure there's an IP I missed with PlayStation. Okay, actually, no, I could see actually Twisted Metal being like a PC, also being on PC as well for like a live service game.
Yeah.
And then
Twisted Metal was fun.
Yeah, it's a fun franchise.
Anyways.
And then I don't want to talk too much about Xbox because I know we've talked about this before, but it's like I just got to be real. I'm like, I don't know what you could do for them to really sell you on their hardware. Like, it's like, what can I only play on Xbox that isn't already on PC in some way, shape, or form?
Used to be Halo. Used to be Gears.
Fable, and
Fable.
Forza. Um, I mean, I real, and the problem is too is because of the fact that Microsoft like bought up so many studios, just with the ABK deal alone, the fact that they
Yeah.
own Call of Duty, they own Overwatch, they own Diablo, and then people, and if you're gonna come out, Asher Sharma did,
Also Fallout.
yeah, that too, like, Asher Sharma was like, oh, we're gonna know these studios, or actually, I don't know if it was her or if it was somebody else, but I saw someone say like, "Oh, we know Xbox because of like those games." I was like, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" Like nobody knows Microsoft for that. Like we know Microsoft because of what we just mentioned: Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable. Am I missing one? I don't think, right?
Did you say Fallout?
Fallout doesn't count. That's Bethesda. Even
Either
though,
way.
but either way, but it's like those are like the four that you think of immediately with Xbox, and then now we're seeing
Yeah.
like
Honestly,
those
wasn't
games.
Banjo Kazooie.
Banjo Kazooie, that one's
Yeah.
with Rare.
Well, Rare was acquired by Microsoft though, so like
Yeah, so like it's that again. It's the same thing. Like when talking about Bethesda, they were acquired by them, but they didn't make Banjo Kazooie for an Xbox. It was on everything else at that time.
yeah, I guess that's fair.
So like, and we always keep saying it. Like Xbox is also like very volatile as well because of the fact that they can cancel a studio left and right. Like, shit, we had a bunch of games that would have come out that would have, I'd argue, be pretty killer applications for the game or just for them, and they canceled it. Like, perfect example, Perfect Dark. That would have worked. And now we are not getting it. So,
Interesting.
that's just kind of like my opinion when it comes to just worrying about this exclusivity argument. It's like, sure, but you need a real seller though, because like, like with PlayStation, yeah, they got first party IPs, but let's be real, they're not going to be that quality that we saw in like the PS2, PS3 era, or even PS4.
Right.
So only time will tell like what they got, maybe in a year. They could prove me wrong. I am open to it, but I kind of doubt it.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just I'm just going to look at my topics. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Also, there was actually apparently an Xbox showcase that, I'm gonna be real, I just honestly didn't realize it was a thing, and I couldn't remember it. I could not remember one thing if you asked me anything. So, but we're gonna lightning round these ones right here. So to bring up the mood, Sora AI is getting shut down, and Disney has withdrawn their $1 billion investment with OpenAI.
Oh, holy holy.
The bubble is bursting, boys. It's fucking happening. I'm
Thank God.
excited. So we're not gonna have fucking AI slop, I hope. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All victories. We take those.
Like we take any victories against the machines.
100%.
So I'm gonna go a little out of order on this. But June 7th, Xbox, not speaking of Xbox, they did announce that they are going to have a Xbox game showcase on June 7th, followed by, here's a big one, Gears of War E-Day Direct. News is news, and I'll fucking take it. Kevin and I have been basically waiting on this fucking game for like ever. I don't know. Kev, what do you think Gears of War E-Day needs to do to like really like rope us in?
Fuck. I say good story, and then them bringing back. I want to say like Gears of War 3's like multiplayer,
Oh, yeah.
like mechanics.
if you just, I mean, let's just put it this way: they could just say Gears of War E-Day is just Gears of War 3, like modernized. I'll fucking take it. And if, especially because this is a prequel story, I'm very interested to see where this goes. Oh, damn, Kev! I just realized we're gonna be sad when we see Maria.
Don't fucking talk about it.
Yeah, let's maybe Okay, here's one thing I would like to see though: Gears of War E-Day do 4-player co-op campaign.
Well, that's if that's if like the whole story is like
If it does
you're
work for it, of course. That's only if it
Yeah.
works. If it doesn't, then just keep it co-op. Like 2-player co-op. I don't know. That's just what I think E-Day should do. We have a couple months for that, so we'll definitely report on the E-Day Direct once it's said and done. But do you think it's still going to release this year, Kev, or do you think it's going to get pushed back though?
I said it's gonna get released this year, but again, because they're gonna announce or they're gonna do more of it during Xbox Showcase, which is like what, June?
This one is expected to be June 7th. So that's around Summer Games Fest time, so let's just factor that in. So it's definitely going to get a pretty heavy marketing push. In terms of release date though, that's the scary part because if I'm going to be real, it's really going to be holiday season, but you're competing against GTA 6. So that's why I kind of opened the idea of maybe they should delay it to like a little bit like early next year, I would say personally.
Well, GTA 6 didn't they get delayed until November or next year?
Exactly. It's November this year at the moment.
It's gonna get delayed again.
We betting on that? So how about this? If GTA 6 gets delayed again to next year, that means Gears of War E-Day is releasing this year. And then vice versa.
Yeah.
If that's the case. I don't know what we're betting on, but that's just going to be my prediction.
Nah, I kind of agree with that though. Because it'll be stupid to drop like two games, like two popular games that people have been waiting for at the fucking same time.
And then but we know which one's like the most popular, of course.
Yeah.
And I guess it should be obvious, but is it safe to assume that Gears of War E-Day is pretty much going to drop on everything? Like PC, Xbox, PlayStation? Because I think E-Day actually has a trailer on PlayStation's YouTube, last time I checked.
Oh shit.
I believe so. I'm not, don't confirm me on that, but I'm pretty sure that happened already. But hey, who knows? Maybe we can let Trev know what it feels like to have an assault rifle with a chainsaw on it.
Oh my god.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, as long as they have horde mode, I'm definitely gonna get a lot of mileage out of the game. Like that's the most important part to me personally. I like the multiplayer, but I love the horde mode.
Hopefully they do like the horde mode where it's like, no, I think they increased it, but I mean, I remember it was like after 10 rounds, like it's over. Like a little horde where it gets harder and harder every fucking time.
Last time I remember playing horde, I think it went up to 50. And it's like every 10, the 10th round was always like a boss round of sorts.
Yep.
So, because like I think I remember we fought Reavers, we fought Berserkers, and I think that was it. That I can remember. Oh yeah, Corpsers. Yeah. And then I guess we should just say it. Do you think E-Day should rely on like a lot of classic maps or only curate a few? Because I think I know one map that's likely going to be in the game. Which I'm blanking on the name, but you know which one I'm talking about, Kev?
Fuck. For the first one?
It was like in the first one, then it was in the second, and then the third. I'm blanking on
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know which one, but again.
I'm blanking on the name. I'll I'll find out it after in editing. Okay, we'll find out in editing.
Just put it on screen.
Yeah, probably. I want to say it's Mercy, but I could be wrong on that. But moving on from that, here's some pretty here's some fun news that we mentioned earlier with Mouse PI for Hire. So they are getting a physical release for PlayStation 5 and the Switch 2, so that's always fun. It will be releasing on July 10th, which that makes sense. It's just production reasons. And what's it called? It is. I have to check again, but I believe when I saw it earlier, it was $40 for the physical edition, and that was just for the base version. And then they have something called the Mouseburg edition for $50 or $60. And the Mouseburg edition includes a vinyl of the original soundtrack, 33 trading baseball cards, 3 premium postcards, 2-sided poster, and a comic book. So
interesting.
And the big thing, and like this is actually the reason that I might actually like hold off on Mouse PI and just buy it on Switch 2 so I can get the physical version, is because it's not a game key card. It's actually the full game in the cartridge. So that's a possibility.
That's ownership.
Yeah,
that's pretty
exactly. Good. And I guess I leave the question to everybody else here. Are you guys gonna just buy the game digitally when it releases in next month, or are you gonna wait out for this physical release?
When does physical come out?
July 10th.
Tempting.
I mean, I don't know what's releasing in July. That's the only thing. Watch them just say that Star Wars Galactic Racer drops on July.
Dude, oh, that's one game I'll fucking definitely
I think that's our day. That's a day one for all of us, or at least majority. Because it's funny too, because I actually played Burnout Paradise, and I was like, "Fuck, this is what Galactic Racer is gonna be kind of playing like."
Dude, isn't the fuck? What's that one game that just came out?
Screamer or Wreckfest?
No, Streamer.
Screamer, yeah. I was thinking about that too, but I was hearing a lot of people say the controls is a little mixed, so it's like maybe I'll pick it up on a sale or something, like maybe like Black Friday, Cyber Monday. That's what I'm thinking. It does look cool though, so and I'm gonna just make this part of the lightning round fighting game related. So Avatar Legends, the fighting game, they actually did show their main roster. I don't have a picture of it up, but I might need somebody to explain some of the characters, because I know that one of them is actually who's the Fire Nation leader, like Ozai or something like that?
Yeah,
General,
it's Ozai.
He's gonna be part of the base roster, and then there's just like a guy. And I was like, I don't know who this is. If
what does he look like?
Apologies for the unprofessional professionalism right now.
Well, again,
we are living up
to the pod.
It's the name of the pod. I gotta look for it. If I could find a picture, Trev, I will. Basically, it's gonna be it's 12 characters off the base roster. And it already is like speaking. It's doing the right things, which is crossplay, rollback netcode. Let's see. Or sorry. I need to check if I have my notes on it. Yeah, 12 characters, arcade, rollback netcode, crossplay. Here's actually the big one. This game is not a full price game. It's $30 for the base edition. And I sent it, Trev. Because I know at least, because Azula also got announced for the roster of the game.
Wait, are you talking about the bald guy?
The bald guy on the right.
Who is it?
Who's that?
That's one of the antagonists from Legend of Korra, because there's some. Yeah, it's Korra and Zahir. Spoilers.
Okay.
But then everyone else is from.
I'm gonna
Avatar.
all I'm gonna say is like I don't have context of who this is because he looks so normal compared to everybody else.
He's think of he's a monk who can fly, but he's evil.
Got it. Okay. And I guess like I guess the only thing I could really say is because like obviously they're gonna have DLC and like even like the more expensive editions it's like $50 or $60, some shit like that. So I was
Yeah.
like, that's still not bad for anybody who wants to like invest more on the game. But still, $30 for the base game. And that actually comes out July 2nd. So we got an actual date. So potential day one for me. Potential. Because I heard it's really good amongst like the fighting game community. So I was just like, okay, I think I might. I think I might. I don't see myself playing anything at the moment in July. As far as who I'm probably gonna main, it's probably gonna be Toph.
I could see that.
And I guess
Seems like a tank.
yeah, she's from what I saw, she literally is like doing some wacky shit. I'm like, this character's stupid. I like it. I'm like, this is a gimmick character, and I fucking love it. Oh yeah, and then of course online lobby. So if whoever wants to get their ass kicked, there you go.
That's so funny.
And I guess like the only DLC characters I can really see, I mean, I know there's like a couple Fire Nation characters that could definitely be added to the game because what's her name, like Ty Lee or something like that, is one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe older Aang in Legend of Korra.
No, it would be sooner. It would be Tenzin,
Tenzin.
which is J.K. Simmons' character from Legend of Korra.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, Tenzin.
Yeah.
If you want to,
well, okay. The only different, because gameplay styles, I'm thinking of the different elements and different bending styles.
mm-hmm.
They would want to give like an alternate for each type from Legend of Korra, no, from Avatar in Legend of Korra. So they want to. I'm trying to think of it now. It would probably be like if Zahir is in it, it's going to be his rogues because he has like a. There's a lot of parallels between him and his crew and Aang and his crew, but one's good protagonist, one's evil. So like all of his people who are Fire Nation, Earth Nation, Water Nation, all respectively.
They have like an antagonist of some type in his group.
Yeah, yeah, because those are the antagonists from Legend of Korra.
Got it.
And I mean, or they could give her friends, and if that's the case, then it would be Tenzin. But if they already have Zahir in there, who is an Airbender, they would probably just get the rest of his crew, so it rounds it out. Or they don't give a shit, and they're just going based off popularity. In which case, yeah, they'll have all the Airbenders if they wanted to.
Oh, so it's gonna be nothing but Airbenders probably if it becomes
I
a
don't
fan
know.
vote.
I don't know. That's my speculation, but I've no real world basis to go off.
All I'm gonna say is like out of context with some of the Legend of Korra clips. What about the crazy girl, the one who says you're my boyfriend now?
Well, she's a duo because it's her and her twin brother. So if they are in the
Fucking
game, it
make
would
it-
be like a duo
Yeah,
character set. They could
I'm
do
sure
it,
they can.
but
They could probably make it work. It just would probably. Although I don't know how taxing budget wise this would be because it is a smaller dev team. So because it's more of a sprite based fighter. Or I don't know if sprite based is the right word, but it's kind of like it's almost like you know how like the old Cartoon Network like fighting games were, almost like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, almost like something like that, basically. But
interesting.
more fighting game stuff to talk about. I'm just happy for this one because I keep saying that I want this character in the game, but Conquest got revealed for Invincible Versus. So I am so lonely. I don't know if the mic clipped, so
Stop it. I didn't need to hear it to understand what you said. And I am so It is so fucking weird.
So Conquest did get revealed for Invincible Versus, and I keep forgetting like what I said my teams were gonna be, but I think it was like I know it at least had Conquest and Battle Beast, and I forgot who my third was, but it was probably gonna be like a flex spot of sorts. Probably gonna be like it's either Invincible, Omni Man, or Monster Girl. Probably. I don't know.
Mm.
Or I could just be Powerplex too. But yeah, they got but Conquest is announced, so that's already good. That's good enough for me. I was like, all right, that sold me on it. And the fact that he was base roster, I was like, I thought he was gonna be DLC, but I was like, okay, fuck it, why not? But speaking of DLC, they did announce the first 2 DLC characters. Trev, have you watched Invincible this season?
Yes, actually, I
Okay,
am all caught up.
okay, good. So
Ooh.
Universa, who is the green chick, the alien, she's gonna be one of the
Yeah.
first DLC characters, along with Immortal. Where's Omni Man?
Where's Ultdemon? So
So stupid. I fucking love it.
my god.
Well,
Well, I am stoked then because that's some good shit.
yeah. So I'm excited for that. I'm definitely gonna. I don't know if this is a day one for me, but I'm gonna be keeping an eye on it. I actually was thinking of buying, because on Amazon they have like the physical version, and it's like a digital. It's like a whole deluxe thing, and I was like, it's tempting me. Because why not? We like collectibles. Uh, and let's not forget, April 9th to 11th, there is going to be a open beta for Invincible Versus. If anybody wants to try it out, see how it feels. I'll probably like play that maybe like one stream. Actually, that lands on a Friday, so I should be able to play it. Yeah, I think I definitely will play it for stream. So I just don't know if I should. I had to see if I could rock that same team that I found out about after, which I think it was like Thula, Invincible, and Omni Man. Although Alan the Alien is in the roster too, so I'm like, I'll think about it.
Yeah. No,
And
that's gonna be sick.
and I just realized, Trev, and here's this, I'm dead that this is a real thing, but
Mm.
they have a condom for Invincible Versus.
What?
You said
What?
condom?
Yes.
Explain?
Apparently a part of marketing, they have an Alan the Alien condom.
I bet you anything that was Seth Rogen's idea.
I believe it, especially because that one scene where Omni-Man says, "I'll take the couch. I've slept in worse places," and then he's like,
Dude,
I'm sorry, Kevin. It's spoilers, but I'm sorry. It's the funniest shit ever. I'll just say that much. He's not happy sleeping on that couch. Let's say that's all I could say. But yep, Invincible Versus comes out. Open beta is April 9th to 11th, and I believe the actual game is coming out like end of the month. So that's exciting.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Oh fuck, and I just realized I think I might be doing 2 fighting games that stream, because 2XKO, their next character, Akali, and patch 1.15 is dropping on April 7th. So that all we had was just a picture of Akali, and I was like, I don't know who she's replacing, whether she replaces Warwick or Braum, but I am going to try her out. I am definitely going to try her out. Maybe I'll make a video out of it. We'll see. And the final topic, and I guess it kind of goes along with the rumor as well. So if anyone has not kept up with the news of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which is actually coming out like very soon, like this week, Star Fox got fucking revealed for the movie as part of the promotion.
Yeah.
And when I was like, holy fuck, that's actually crazy. And now this kind of leaves the speculation. There's probably a Smash Brothers movie in the works. And yeah, and here's the other funny thing. I saw this today. Apparently, Peach in the trailer does Peach Bomber to one of the enemies, and I'm like, they want to make a Super Smash Bros. Movie, dude.
I wonder if they're gonna follow Brawl or if they're gonna do Ultimate as the storyline, because they've been doing a bunch of like safe, modern, like we're gonna see like Odyssey places and Odyssey characters in the movie as well.
That's true.
As well as Galaxy. And then Galaxy, which is all the Wii era. And if you're going to the Wii era and the Smash Bros. Brawl is Wii era, and that had a whole narrative, Subspace Emissary, you could pick and choose from that. And boy, howdy, sir, the thing writes itself.
You
But
want to
to
know?
just update the characters.
You want to know how you destroy the internet? Sonic is announced for that movie.
Ooh.
Who's
Oh, and it's
did
the
get
same
a
Sonic from his series.
Yeah.
It has to be Ben Middleton. It has to be.
Yeah, and Kevin did mention
It has
Sonic.
to be.
Yeah,
That
Sonic
would-
4 is coming. So
Yeah.
that's really big.
Could you imagine at the end of it he finds an envelope with the Smash symbol on it?
Trev, you might be spoiling the movie? Question mark.
Listen, we don't know this for certain. This is my speculation. But if it happens, I want to let it go on record to say I said it first.
There you go. I mean, let's also factor too, like, now that it makes me think about it, what if they bring Detective Pikachu, like, into this film or into this speculated Smash Bros. Film?
I mean,
You know what? You know what I'm thinking too. If they do come out with a Smash Bros. Movie, they're gonna do it as a tournament. of some sort.
Tournament arc.
Tournament Smash.
That, or they're gonna do it just like how they do it in the story mode for Smash Brothers, where it's
For
the
Brawl,
giant hand.
probably. Oh, yeah. See, and it's like, damn, it's really leaning into it. Like, and this is how you know Nintendo's got everyone by the fucking balls right now, because of the fact that it's like, there's a good chance that we're getting a Smash Bros. Movie, like, very soon. Well, not soon, but, like, in a couple years. Like, this is definitely going to be rivaling some Marvel Avengers shit. And, I mean, I guess just saying that, like, the fact that Fox is going to be in this. And here's the other thing that I just realized, too. Pikmin is also going to be in Mario Galaxy. So...
Yeah, that's right.
We have three pieces of evidence that there is a Smash Bros. Movies in the work. Which is Peach Bomber, Pikmin, and Fox being in this film. So how much longer at this point? The only thing I will say, though, that I kind of have to wonder then, what's going on with Metroid? Are we getting, like, a live action, kind of like almost survival thriller type of film for Metroid? Because I wouldn't want some goofy shit on there.
Right.
And then I know the, what is it? I know they have something for Legend of Zelda. I can't remember if it's a movie or a TV show.
I'm not sure either. I think it was a.
Because I know Netflix is fronting the bill. That's what I know for sure. But I think it's a... I want to say it's a movie. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a movie for Legend of Zelda. Yeah. Then what's really... Oh! They need to do something with Kirby then.
Oh my god, they would have to give Kirby. Oh, that means they gotta give Kirby a voice. I mean, he kind of already has a voice,
Just get the TV
but that means
show.
like he's gonna say words.
No,
And
Trev. Actually, Trev, here. I'll sell you on it. It's gonna be Cell's. It's gonna be Devil Artemis Cell voicing Kirby.
Devil Artemis. No,
Oh,
come
no.
on. I'd rather it be Terminal Montage because he has a Kirby
Oh, yeah.
character.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Which
We're
means
throwing.
that also, if it is Terminal Montage, Kirby is a devout Christian. Oh dear God, that's so
Man.
good.
Damn, this is the fact I can't believe I'm really debating if I'm gonna be watching this movie this week now.
Why not, dude? It's fun. It looks fun.
I have to see if my theater is showing it. That's the first thing I gotta check, and then
Yeah.
It should, because it's gonna be very fucking popular.
yeah, it's the only reason is because like Rapid City is kind of weird with films. I mean, there is an AMC, but I know they're very weird with releases. So I'm probably gonna look at that after stream. So we'll see. But along with the fact that Star Fox did get revealed for the Mario Galaxy movie, there's now another rumor from Nate the Hade, who is pretty well known for having a lot of like Nintendo leaks and just reporting on it. And he said that because of this this reveal for the Mario Galaxy film, that likely means that this is lining up with a Star Fox announcement for the Switch in April, and a possible game coming out in the summer. And this is supposed to be bringing it back to like the classic Star Fox gameplay.
That would be interesting. I think if they do that, I want Star Fox Assault.
Damn. Yeah. I would love
want
Star
another
Fox Assault, man.
One of those, you know what I mean?
Star Fox Assault
okay,
is so underrated.
It is so underrated. But I will say one thing. If they are gonna do that, I'd rather them go back to their roots first, like what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a sequel, then include Crystal and include like have them be there, but have them be part of the flight crew and everything like that. She ends up being, I think.
Yeah, she
If not, then
joins. She does join Team Star Fox after
Yes.
Peppy retires, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So
yeah, so that's honestly that would be pretty cool. If you want, yeah, and if you want me to like actually lose my shit in that theater though, I hear Star Wolf theme of some kind from Assault.
Oh.
If it plays that fucking sax, I'm going to lose my shit.
That would be crazy.
Sorry. I fucking love Star Fox Assault. If you can't tell. Just a little bit.
Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit. And actually, I forgot to put this on the notes, but Trev, there is also a rumor that supposedly Ocarina of Time might be getting like some kind of remaster of sorts for the Switch.
I heard that, and that's I think that is happening, yeah.
That probably is. It's probably gonna be a way to like add some hype for the Legend of Zelda like movie or show. And it probably makes sense to have Ocarina of Time be the first one to kind of cross promote it.
I agree.
Yeah. Any other topics you guys want to talk about before we go into the question?
I think I'm good.
Kevin?
Same.
Okay. I thought I heard something with my dog. I'm gonna have to check later. Okay. So I am going to leave a question for the entire pod and for the comments who want to discuss this conversation. So at the top of the show, we were talking about how just like live service in general is just took the biggest blow, not only because of pretty much Fortnite, and then obviously High Guard being one of the most recent examples of live service failing. So, the question I pose to everybody, with live service gaming having a significant downfall, is it time we finally have content-rich base games and expansions make a return? So the example I bring up specifically is like in old Call of Duties, how we had like those season pass like map packs,
Oh yeah.
like something like that. Do we think it's finally time that we go back to that model, or do we really trudge along with this live service form of monetization?
I um I th- I don't this I think for the most part I don't want live service anymore, only because it's been so oversaturated. I
Mm,
still think that it should deserve a space in the gaming zeitgeist, but it shouldn't be what gaming is. Like when people think of gaming nowadays, it should be focused on the stories and the new innovative stuff that is coming out and that has proper care and marketing attached to it, you know? So,
all right. And then Kevin, what are your thoughts on that question?
I just fucking miss the old days where you fucking buy a game. Next thing you know, they announce, oh, in a few months, just DLC for this game, expansion or whatever, and it's just fucking like like content and shit, extra like 50 to 40 hours of fucking gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Or even fucking when Call of Duty, like when Call of Duty was like, oh, new DLC with new maps, new guns, new game mode or whatever. It's like way fucking better where you just fucking pay like what, $20 for a DLC and
It's like $20 for a
fuck,
DLC, or you pay 50 for like a whole season pass.
yeah, and you're just there fucking grinding the shit out of everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I personally would like to see like I would definitely say if they do decide to go on a model like that, they definitely need to adjust pricing accordingly, because the one issue that, we can all agree that like if you're doing a season pass, it's got to be fairly priced, because even I'd argue like with all of the Call of Duty maps, dude, $50 is a fucking lot. Granted, they're pretty well made maps, but they also would separate your player base at the same time. But obviously that's at that time. Um but I think if they try to tackle it again, I think there should be, now with the information that they have, there should be a new and better way to do that system properly. So,
right.
in terms of multiplayer, they can experiment with it, but I would say try it first on like one thing, and if it works, stick with the model. And if it doesn't work, well, make your life service better. And then for single player games, just as long as you add like more like substantial content and it doesn't feel like padding or repetitive gameplay, all for it.
Mm, mm.
So so that is pretty much it from all of us over here at the Off the Top podcast. Just want to give everybody a heads up before we wrap it up. We are not going to have a episode next week. It is Easter week, and I am working that Monday. So we are skipping the pod for the
Damn.
week. Sad, I know. Sad, guys. But we will be back the week after, and hopefully we're going to have a very loaded episode, especially it can only get better or worse from here. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to wrap it up right here, guys. Thank you for watching the most unprofessional professional podcast in the YouTube space, the Off the Top podcast. Where can everyone find my guests?
Instagram at PJ_DYNO.
Yes, sir.
TikTok Ultdemon. When I get around it, I'll probably be posting.
There you go. And you can follow me. And You can follow me, Zero Requiem 14, and on this very YouTube page, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, and Twitter when I do use it. And until then, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for another podcast. And we may be having something very special for a particular episode. We shall see. Anyways, thank you guys for watching or listening, and we'll see you next time. Take care, and have a good night.